What's up, YouTube? Smells like Vin here, and I'm gonna do another video. Now, today was my last day of school, halfway through high school. And yeah, I went from 33 subscribers to 31. And that's leading me to believe that I gotta make more videos so people don't unsubscribe. But I've been listening to a lot of different type of music, everything from shoegaze to like death metal. So I'm gonna have a lot more views coming out. And again, always, if you enjoy my videos, share them with your friends. If you want to see me review something, ask me and I will. I found a badass record shop just like 5 to 10 minutes away from my house that I can go to now. So I have a lot more options. I want to spend my money wisely, summer job, shit like that. But I'm just going to jump right into the album. I'm not going to waste too much time. And today I'm here to talk about Psychocandy by the Jesus and Mary Chain. Now, the Jesus and Mary Chain are a band that most people consider to really help kind of move the shoegaze movement, kind of snowballing and get it rolling. And while I definitely agree with that, I think calling Psychocandy just a shoegaze album kind of takes away from its value, because I think this album is just phenomenal. And in my opinion, it's more than just a shoegaze album. You know what I mean? So let's talk about it. First thing you notice is the sound, like any album. And this album has 3 types of songs that comprise it. First, you get songs like Just Like Honey, The Hardest Work, You Trip Me Up, stuff like that. Fuzzy guitars, just a really warm, kind of dreamy noise pop sound. Really poppy, really accessible, but it has that tweak to it that makes it interesting. It doesn't just make it another pop song. Guitar tones are kind of like what people call buzzsaw and chainsaw guitars. Really thick with distortion, echoey, reverby, sweet melodic kind of sound, and that kind of thing. Then you get songs like Cut Dead, Taste of Cindy, Some Candy Talking, Sowing Seeds, which are just really relaxing, almost dream pop songs. Again, very melodic, very relaxing, and kind of atmospheric, heady. Kind of maybe a little trippy, but just a really relaxing, kind of toned down sound. And then you get songs like The Living End, and what was another really good example? In a Hole. And songs like that are just these fuzzed out hard rock songs. And the thing about those type of songs is that the guitars are used as a textural instrument, while the bass and the drums provide the melody to the song. The guitars are just one big kind of wall of and just sound, and it's noisy, but it fits, and it just creates this whirlwind of just sound. And there's really great use of feedback that the band does. Awesome. Just one of the most original albums I've ever heard. The vocals are another interesting point. They're a British band, and you can kind of hear that in the vocals, but it doesn't get annoying. The vocals are very reverby. They're never just raw and on reverb. They have some type of effect on them, but it helps bring out the kind of heady, trippy, atmospheric, ethereal, dreamy feel of the album. And I think that without that, it wouldn't kind of have the edge that it has. This is a 15-track affair, which in my opinion is perfect. All these songs are pretty short. They're short and sweet, but since they have a pop kind of mentality, they don't overstay their welcome. You know, they're never too long. They're always at like a perfect length, 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, you know what I mean? So that's really good in that department. Drums and bass are a little overwhelmed by the guitar, which I guess doesn't really bother me too much, because you can still hear it, especially in songs like Cut Dead and Just Like Honey. But in songs like The Living End, they're really kind of getting like destroyed by these guitars. But since like I said, the guitar tone is used more as a textual instrument in a few of these songs. Obviously, the bass is going to be important, so the band is smart. They still push it up, and you can still hear it. It is audible, but in some songs, it's a little hard to hear. But the production is still good, has a rough edge. The only thing I don't like about the production is volume-wise, it's a low album. Now, let me just elaborate. As far as the sound goes, it's a blaringly loud album, but strictly speaking in volume, I have to turn my iPod way up to hear it if I'm on a bus or something, and that is such a nitpick where it is not at all. I'm not going to hold it against the album at all, because it doesn't matter. It just sort of bothers me, like it's a low album, so sometimes you really gotta pay attention and be in like a quiet room and really focus on it. But in my opinion, that actually sort of adds to it, because it forces you to pay attention to it, you know? Production's great. Flow is also perfect. Like I said, there's those 3 songs. They're just kind of mid-paced pop songs, fuzz-driven rock songs, and then really dream poppy, relaxing, hazy kind of softer songs. So since there's such variety, it never really gets boring, and you're always presented with something new, which I think is why it keeps a consistent kind of feel throughout the album, and you never get bored, and you never get kind of like, well, I've heard this before, you know what I mean? Maybe towards the end, the flow just gets a little, but it's nothing to really worry about. It's still really, really good. So, this is actually a pretty short review, you know, didn't really have too much to say. Like I said, please, I'm asking you guys, comment. I love getting feedback. I actually have a pretty cool audience here on YouTube. The comments that I do get are very, when I say positive, I mean, yeah, they're positive, but they are helpful, you know what I mean? I get like paragraphs of maybe what I can do to improve my reviews, what I should have mentioned, what I shouldn't have mentioned, and while I'm not influenced too much, I'm sorry, my hair is in my face, I apologize, although I'm not influenced too much by people on YouTube, it definitely helps me focus in on what people want to hear and see from me. If you enjoy my videos, please share them around, you know, subscribe, rate, I'd very much appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. School is done. I'm going to be putting up a lot more videos, and thank you guys very much. Thank you for watching.